Hello and welcome to your April 2022 Tarot Scopes with me, Intuitive Rene. As always, such an honor and a privilege to be here with you and to bring you this content to keep you motivated, inspired, and focused on whatever is necessary for the month of April 2022. So, tarot scopes are always so much fun for me. We're sticking with the same format that we have used for the last couple of months. So, we're doing a detailed spread, detailed layout, giving you guidance to help you navigate through the month ahead. So we're looking at April, month number 4. It is just quite mind-blowing how quickly 2022 is going. And I hope that you are managing to get through it fairly unscathed, fairly successful in whatever it is that you are doing for the time being. So if you are a returning subscriber or returning viewer to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for your love and support. Always means the world to me to have you return. And if you are a new visitor to my channel, welcome to you as well. I do hope that you enjoy it here and that you do consider subscribing to the channel to make sure that you see all the content that is available. So let's talk tarot scopes for a second. What are they? So tarot scopes are videos that I create towards the end of the previous month for the following month. So the time of recording these videos will be like the last week in March, and I release them in that time period so that you have them before the new month starts, so that you can be prepared, so that you can watch to see what the month ahead has in store for you, so that you can prepare yourself, brace yourself if necessary, so that you can take advantage of the energies that are around you. The tarot scopes, there are 12 individual videos done, and they are all completely different. I stick with the same kind of layout. I use the same spread, so it's the same questions that we're asking. I use the same deck, but obviously the readings are so different for each sign of the zodiac. This intro I recorded once and I stick it in the front of each of the 12 videos just to save myself repetitive talking. And I do set the intention with the tarot scopes that they be relevant for your sun sign, for the moon sign, and for your rising sign. So if you do know that much information about yourself, if you are familiar with your natal chart and you do have that, you're welcome to watch a couple more of the videos to get different aspects or different insights to who you are and what you're dealing with for the month of April. I also then strongly encourage you to come back to the video during the month of April. So halfway through, like, closer to the end or whatever it may be, when any time that you're facing a challenge or any time that you're facing a quandary, find yourself in a bit of a pickle, come back to the video, because you will certainly find some inspiration that might help you to make the decisions or the changes, or to make the movements in whichever direction you need to. So I do encourage you to come back. The video never gets taken down. It's always here. The months in question, so like now we're doing April, I will have the April videos highlighted on my YouTube channel. So if you're wondering about how to find it, you just go to youtube.com, you do a search for Intuitive Rene, and on my page you will see the April tarot scopes will be visible. And if you want to look at the past month, if you go, once you're on my YouTube channel, go to the playlists, you will see these, that they're all there. All the previous month's playlists, they're all there for you. So I do each month in a separate playlist just so that I can highlight it and make it easier for you to find. So what decks am I going to be working with today? Well, for our April tarot scopes, I'm going to be working with the Gilded Tarot Royale. I love the Gilded Tarot, I really do. So I have the Gilded Tarot Royale, and this is by Ciro Marchetti. I'm going to be working with his deck. I do have the little mini on hand as well, just in case we need some clarifiers. So we have the two. I love working with these, what I call tarot families. So I've got those two. And then I have the Oracle deck that I want to work with, is this one, which is a combined Oracle deck. It's got two decks in it, both by the same person. I think Wendy Andrews is her name. I hope I haven't got it wrong. So this is the Goddess Dream Oracle, and the Goddess Love Oracle. So you can see that they are, I'm looking for a purple, there we go. So you can see I've got the yellow and the purple. So the one is the Goddess Dream Oracle and the other one is the Goddess Love Oracle, and I have combined them into a single deck, which means that double the gorgeousness, double the gloriousness. So those are the decks that I'm going to be working with. I am going to switch the camera around, so you will see my table. You will have a top-down view of the cards, so that it just means that less of my face and more of the important stuff. So I will swap the camera around so that you get to see onto the table, see the cards as they are, lay them all out, and give you all the information that you need to keep you motivated and inspired for the month of April. So if you enjoyed the video, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. By doing that, by engaging with the video, by giving it a thumbs up and a little comment below, basically what you're doing is you're telling YouTube that this is good content and that they should recommend it to other people. And that's the best way to support me and to ensure that I'm able to continue bringing you this free content. And if you haven't already done so, maybe consider joining my YouTube channel memberships. For a small monthly fee, you get access to me. I'm a poet. We do all sorts of interesting things on the YouTube channel membership. So if you click wrong side, if it should be just down there, click the join button. There'll be all sorts of information explaining the different tiers, the different layouts, what you get, what you don't get. All of that information is there. So do consider joining. I've got quite a beautiful, wonderful group of people who do subscribe and do support the work that I do in that way. And I do so value and appreciate each one of them. I'm going to stop babbling because you are here to find out about April. You are not here for my awful sales pitch. My awful sales pitch. So friends, as I said, I'm going to swap the camera around. We're going to get onto your zodiac and we're going to give you all the information that you need. Let's get going. Right, hello Aries, hello and welcome to your April 2022 tarot scripts. So I am shuffling the cards. I have got the tarot deck here, and this is the Gilded Tarot Royale as mentioned, giving it a little shuffle, and then I also have the Oracle deck, and this is my combined Goddess Love and Goddess Dream Oracle. I did shuffle before I started recording, so I had set the intention and prepared the cards, but I do like to shuffle while I have you on camera with me, right? So giving these a bit of a shuffle, and we're going to cut the deck over there and apparently take that card. That is going to give us our theme for the month ahead. Actually, let's move the tarot out of the way just for a second so that we can focus on the oracle. So Aries, let's have a look and see what is the theme for April 2022 for Aries birthday season. So happy birthday to all Aries out there. We have got serenity, and it's telling you to be calm. I love that. I mean, I just look at this artwork. Isn't it gorgeous? So we have got the two swans, and we have got the beautiful maiden with them. I just love her coat of many colors. I love how all three of them have got the same necklace on, as you can see there. And the message of being calm says that, you know what, things might not always go according to plan. Things might not always work out exactly the way that we want, or the way that we need, or the way that we desire, but we have to trust that things are working out as they need. I also love how in this particular card, she has got her arms. This blue that you see here, it might be difficult to see, but there are her hands in the background. So it's almost like she's embracing the swans. It's almost like she's holding them near, holding them close, and she's telling them that it's okay. Whatever it is that they're going through, whatever it is that they're experiencing, to just be calm and to just know that everything's going to be all right. You know, when we panic, when we put fear into situations and circumstances, we create a dynamic which is even more complex, isn't it? But when we stay calm through everything, through anything, it's amazing how we are able to find solutions and overcome challenges and things like that. And I think that for a theme for the month ahead, Aries, I think that's amazing. I think that is really, really good. Okay, cards are shuffled. I'm going to lay out the 10 cards that we are working with, and once I have the 10 cards laid out, I will then start giving you the interpretation. Right. Aries, April 2022, cards are cut, and I'm just going to put the cards face up straight away so that it saves a little bit of time. But let me just lay them all out, and then I will take you through the reading. Don't you just love the colors? Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. Love this deck. There's a little bit of glare. I do apologize, but you can see the card quite clearly. Let's just lay them all out. Colors are the same. Right, there's our 10 cards, done and dusted, Aries. Let's take us through and let's have a look and see what March 2022 has in store for us. So, as we go into the month, I said March, didn't I? I do apologize. It's not March. Aries, it's April. I need to be on my A game here. We need to be talking April, not March. March is finished. All right. So card number one, this is how you're coming into the month. This is how the month of April is starting up for you. And Nine of Cups, because we're going into birthday season, let's be honest, Aries, we're all feeling fabulous. We're all feeling quite excited and quite enthusiastic. The Nine of Cups, you can see what he's doing is he's sort of saying cheers. So he's saying to everybody around, let's celebrate, let's acknowledge, but let's really just take a minute to get together and to celebrate whatever needs celebrating. So it is also the card of wishes coming true, and it's about the celebrations and the enjoyment of life. So this is how we're starting April off. We're starting April off on a good note. We're starting April off feeling quite confident and feeling quite sure of ourselves and feeling quite capable. I think capable is a really good word to be using for us here. So we're starting April off feeling very capable, feeling very enthusiastic, and feeling very much like, you know what, we can actually do this. What might be causing a little bit of conflict for us is the whole home situation, okay? So 10 of Cups, and it's interesting we had the 9 of Cups and we've evolved or gone straight on to the 10 of Cups. But the 10 of Cups is sort of the challenge that we may be experiencing, and I think it's about pleasing everybody at home. So you may find, as much as you're feeling super confident, as much as you may be feeling super go-getter, ready to go and experience and accomplish everything, there's certainly this feeling of, difficult to please everybody around you, and almost like everybody wants something different from you and you're not quite sure what to make of it. And being who you are, being the time of year that it is for you, you're wanting to please everybody, you're wanting to take into consideration everybody's feelings, everybody's thoughts, etc. So Aries, this is a confirmation from Spirit that you may be finding it all just a little bit too much, and actually all you want to do is just to be chilled. You just want to be chilled, and you just want everybody around you to be chilled, and you want everybody around you to be happy and to celebrate. You don't want to have to deal with drama, but there's always going to be a little bit of drama, especially around the home for you during the month of April. Not a lot though, okay? We'll obviously get more information the deeper we go in, but remember the serenity as our theme here. So Aries, it's saying that, yeah, there's a lot to celebrate, and we want to acknowledge everything that we've accomplished and everything that we've done. But the challenge comes in is that, the home is not as peaceful, calm, and tranquil as we would like it to be, but we need to stay calm. We need to not get caught up into that. We need to recognize, what, we can't please everybody. So I'm just going to focus on doing the things that I can, celebrating and acknowledging the life that I can, the life that I have, the life that I want, and hopefully everything else will just figure itself out in due course. Okay. What is underneath the surface here? What is underneath all of this chaos? And what it is, Aries, is King of Swords. I mean, just look how focused and determined he is. Just look at his face. Camera doesn't want to focus. There we go. If you see his face, I mean, he is so headstrong. He is so focused. Like nobody is going to convince him otherwise. I love the fact that he's already taken his sword out of its holder. He's already taken his sword out, which means he's ready to start swiping his sword at a moment's notice. But he's very confident. He is super, super confident. And I think this is you, Aries. You're coming into the month feeling super confident. You're coming into April feeling like, you know what, I can do anything. I can achieve anything. I want everything and I can have it. I want my cake and I want to eat it too, kind of thing, okay? And nobody is going to tell you any different, because you may find that the people in your home, the people around you, the people in your immediate family are trying to convince you to be not so cakey. All right. And with the Serenity card, you're ready to fight if you need to. You're ready to tackle things if you need to. But the people in your household are maybe saying to you, know what, let's calm down a little bit. Let's not be so super enthusiastic. Let's tone it down a little bit. Let's pull it back a little bit. But you're ready to go at a moment's notice if that's what you need to do. And you know what? I'm going to say to you that the month of March, and yes, I said March on purpose, the previous month, and maybe even the previous few months, the what's brought you here into this place. It's like you've been working on stuff, okay? You've been learning, you've been growing, you've been achieving, you've been accomplishing, you've sort of been building yourself up towards something. And you're not going to let anybody take that away from you. And I think this is where you've come from. So you've come from a place of recognizing that there's still a lot to learn and there's still a lot to achieve and a lot to understand. But you've done the work. You've put the effort in, you've rocked up, you've pitched up, you've done it all. So now, now that you are where you are, which is here, you don't want to let anybody, take that away from you. So even though the people who love you dearly, even though your family and friends have the best intentions for you, and, they only want the best for you and they want you to be happy and they want you to be all of those kind of things, you're at a point now where it's like, but you know what? I know who I am. I know what I am. I know exactly what I've done, what I've accomplished, and what I can still do and accomplish. And you're not going to allow anybody to knock you off your pedestal. So the interesting thing is this particular card. Now, it's interesting that it arrived there in the only place on the table that I have a bit of glare. We have a little bit over there too, but and this is the card of conflict. I mean, and if you have a look at this particular card, we've got 5 characters on the card, and each one is fighting and attacking somebody differently. This gentleman is attacking this guy, who's attacking this guy, who's attacking him, and the guy in yellow, I think he's attacking this guy down here. So everybody's attacking somebody else, which means, excuse me, that there's just conflict, okay? There's just conflict all over the place. And the interesting thing here with that particular card sitting in the glare is that we can't avoid it, okay? But with this conflict, this chaos, this kind of drama that's happening around you, actually, it's unavoidable. You cannot avoid it. So when I look at all of this going on here for you, Aries, this is Spirit saying all you want to do is have a party. All you want to do is celebrate and acknowledge your birthday, the events going on, all that you've accomplished, all that you've achieved, everything that's going on for you in life. That's all you want. You want just a peaceful, happy, quiet home life, okay? You want everybody at home to get on and to be, on board and on the same page. But at the moment, everybody's sort of doing their own thing and nobody wants you to do what you want to do. So it's causing a little bit of conflict. You're ready to defend, you're ready to fight, you're ready to respond because logically, intellectually, you know what you want and you know that you're allowed, you know that you can. You've also worked so hard to get to this place. So, and this drama, this chaos that's going on around you, it's like you've just had enough of it. You've just had enough of it. All you want is the serenity. All you want is peaceful, tranquil. And why can't people just get on? And why can't people just be friends? Why does everybody need to fight and challenge and, be difficult with each other? All right. What we have to understand, Aries, is that we can't change it, okay? People are always going to clash. People are always going to fight. There's no pleasing everybody. And I think it's time that you realize that. And I think it's time that you realize that you need to stop trying to please everybody. Because no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, no matter how much effort you put into it, no matter how challenging it is, there's always going to be disappointment. And with this particular card, this is Spirit sort of saying to you, when you recognize that life is full of disappointment, that there's always going to be things that go wrong. And here are his upturned wine glasses that he is so devastatedly sad about, but he's got 2 there. So it's about compromise, really, and it's about recognizing that, win some, lose some. Really speaking, that's what this card is saying to us, is that we're not always going to have everything our way, but even though we lose here, we gain over there. So it's about changing your focus to recognize what are the things that you're really fighting for, struggling for, holding on to, and what are the things that you should actually just let go. And going back to that card, I think this is Spirit saying to you, absolutely, you know what it is you need to hold on to, and you also know what it is you need to let go of. So it's about finding that compromise, it's about finding that balance, and it's about letting go of the things that don't mean anything to you. Okay, choose the things that upset you. Allow yourself to be mindful and selective. Say, I'm not going to get upset over all the small stuff. I'm not going to sweat the small stuff. I'm going to hold out and make sure that the things that I choose to do, the things that I choose to participate in, are actually going to bring me the support and the happiness that I need. Now, these last 4 cards are actually very, very interesting because they paint quite a different picture to what the month of April has in store for you, because it certainly looks, Aries, like April is going to be
I'm going to call it challenging. Okay, to say the least. I'm going to call it challenging. I'm going to say that April seems to be full of conflict. It seems to be full of unhappiness. It seems to be full of people not happy with your choices, not happy with your actions, your activities, and people trying to control you, people trying to restrict you, when all you want is to be calm, to be tranquil, to be serene, and to not have chaos in your life. Okay, so this is very interesting, this particular card over here, because this is the heartbreak card, but this is also how people see you. So people are seeing you as unhappy, and that's, I think, why they're trying so hard to make you happy. But what they don't realize, in that the way that they're trying to make you happy, all they're doing is adding to this unhappiness. So it's almost like a catch-22 situation. You're unhappy because of how people are trying to force you to doing things you don't want to do, but they're really forcing you to do things that you don't want to do because they see you as unhappy. So it's like such a turmoil, such a conflict. All right. And the truth of the matter, Aries, you're not really heartbroken. You're not really disappointed. You're not really angry. Actually, all you want to do is just serenity. This is the card of resting, recuperation. This is the card of, taking a nap when you can, because you can, not for any other reason. Okay. This is the card of rest, of healing, of just, taking a moment, and almost like, before you rush into battle, let's sleep as much as we can to build up and to recharge our energy levels before we actually need them. So this card, now, when I look at these two, this is how people are seeing you, and this is how you truly are. So people are seeing you as somebody who is disappointed and angry and frustrated and disappointed and, all of those kind of things. But the truth of the matter is, you just want a holiday. You just want to celebrate. You just want to take it easy. You just want to have an easy, simple, uncomplicated life. It's everybody else in your life that's causing this complication. Okay? So what we have here, this is really important, Aries, and I really want you to focus and pay attention. Okay. Two of Wands. Two of Wands is the card of making decisions. But it's not about making decisions about what's right for other people. It's about making decisions about what's right with you. Because obviously we've got a conflict here between these two cards and the rest of the cards going on. And the conflict is because people are trying to help you when actually you don't need any help. Okay. So this Two of Wands is basically saying to you that you've got some decisions to make. And it's time that you made those decisions. It's time that you spoke out around your decisions. And it's time that you pick the path that is relevant and appropriate to you and not based on everybody else in your life. So it's about being very mindful and being very selective for yourself, by yourself, with yourself, and not allowing anybody else to sway your judgment or to sway your decision one way or another. And if you are able to do that, Aries, if you're able to make a decision and stick with it, verbalize it, put it out there, tell people, we're going to do away with this disappointment, with this conflict, with this kind of chaotic energy that's around you. And what you're going to do is you're then going to open up opportunities for yourself like you've never had before. Because if you're able to verbalize, make a decision and stick with it, suddenly options will open up. Doors will open. You'll suddenly have newfound energy, newfound vigor, newfound whatever it is to really move your life in a whole new different direction, a direction that you've been wanting for the longest time. But it's not going to happen if you don't do the hard stuff. Okay, so you have to make the decision. You have to make the decision. You cannot wait any longer. It's the only way to overcome people trying to help you, because you clearly don't need the help. You clearly don't need the help, but they don't see that because you haven't made the decisions, because you're not doing the things, because you're just rolling with the punches, going with the punches. This is everybody saying, I need to help you. And actually, that's the last thing you need. You don't need the help. So Aries, it certainly looks like you needed this reading. It certainly looks like you needed the mindfulness, the shove, the push, the whatever you want to call it, in the right direction, so that you can take advantage of the energies, because it looks like, and obviously being birthday month, as we're going into, the next year of your life cycle, it is a year of beginnings. It is new beginning time for you. So any decisions, and it doesn't matter if they're tough ones, because I think they really are tough ones. Whatever decisions are that you need to make right now, don't Don't hold back, okay? Don't hold back. Take it on, embrace it, run with it, make it happen, own it, and you will be absolutely okay. And you will then have the life of happiness, joy, and serenity that you want, that you deserve, and that you're longing for. It's available to you, it's there for you, but you have to make it happen. Don't let the people around you bully you into doing anything that you don't want to do. All right, Aries, wishing you a month of happiness, of joy, and many, many, many celebrations with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care, Aries.